Which terms should I use to help my transgender child feel comfortable? Hi, my name is Jake Edwards. My pronouns are he and they, and I'm non-binary. When it comes to the language surrounding transgender, gender questioning, and gender diverse people, this can change quite often. The language in general has changed quite a lot over the last 10 years, but you might find with your child that it changes over the space of a couple of days, a couple of weeks, or a couple of years. There may come a time where your child asks you to use a new name and a different set of pronouns, and it's really important that you support your child through this and help them feel the most comfortable. But outside of names and pronouns, there are many other words that are gendered or have gendered connotations that you might find your child would be uncomfortable with. Things like the word son or daughter. It might start to feel like a little bit of a minefield, and you're not sure which word is going to make your child upset. This is a time where you should follow your child's lead, because after all, they're the one that understands their feelings and what they're going through the most. If you find yourself in a situation where it feels like there's a miscommunication between you and your child, maybe they're getting upset, maybe you feel like you can't get it right, this is the time where you should sit down, have a cup of tea, and open up this dialogue. If you find it useful, maybe you could grab a piece of paper and start writing down in one column every word that makes them upset, and in the other column every word that makes them feel really happy. You can put this up in your bedroom or on the fridge until you find you don't need it anymore. It might feel like there's a lot of pressure for you to get it right and to get it right the first time, but you should know that you can relax and it's okay to get things wrong sometimes. Nobody's perfect, and we can't change our language or our understanding of language overnight. It takes some time and it takes work, it takes practice. But if you're working on yourself and you're working with your child, it will get so much easier. We all learn and grow at different rates, and really there's no shame in getting things wrong, because we all have at some point or another. But if you make a mistake, or for example you use the wrong name or the wrong pronoun, the best thing to do is apologize, correct yourself, and then move on. The more you focus on that situation, it's likely the more uncomfortable your child will feel. Another thing to be aware of when you're using these new terms for your child is that they might not always be comfortable with those terms all the time. It might change from day to day, or it might change from situation to situation. For example, if they don't feel like they're ready to come out to certain family members, or at school, or to certain friends, you might have to find yourself reverting back to the old language you were using. Now this can get a little bit confusing, but with some time and with some patience, everything will be okay. Once you feel like you're starting to get comfortable with these new words and new terms for your child, you might be in a position to also help them correct other people. For example, one of the best things you can do when supporting a trans person is to correct somebody else when they get it wrong. If you're at a family gathering and somebody uses the wrong name or the wrong pronoun, it can be scary at first, but if you step in and gently correct them and explain why they got it wrong, that's going to take a lot of stress away from your child. If they know that you are there to help them correct other people, and they know they don't have to go about it alone, it's going to fill them with a lot of confidence. If you'd like more support, please go to mermaidsuk.org.uk.